So, when we are considering what is Christian discipleship, it's important we look at how Jesus made disciples. I'm gonna tell the story from Mark 8, 27 through 38, and a little bit of Matthew 10, verse 32 in today's story. As you are listening, I want you to be thinking about the things that Jesus said a disciple would do. And then I want you to think about what that might look like in your life. In the Bible, we are told this true story. So Jesus had taken the disciples up into Caesarea Philippi, and he looked at them and he said, "Who do the people say that I am?" Well, they said, "Some say that you're Elijah. Some say you're John the Baptist, and some say you're the prophets of old." And he then looked at them, "But what about you? Who do you say I am?" Well, Peter immediately said, "You are the Messiah, the Son of God." And Jesus looked at him and said, "You are right, but tell no one." Because what's going to happen is the religious leaders are going to come and I'm going to suffer at their hands because they are going to kill me. But I will rise on the third day. And as Jesus was saying these things, Peter went up to him and took him aside and said, "Lord, no, this can't happen." And Jesus looked at him and said, "Get behind me, Satan, for your mind is on the things of man, not on the things of God." And then Jesus gathered the disciples and the crowds, and he said, "Anyone who wants to be my disciple must daily deny himself and pick up his cross and follow me." What good is it for a man to gain the whole world if he loses his soul? What profit is there in that? What you need to know is that if you are ashamed of me, I will be ashamed of you before the Father and the angels in heaven. But if you proclaim me to this generation, I will proclaim you to the Father and the angels in heaven. May God honor the telling of his word. When you listen, what did you learn about how Jesus talked about becoming a disciple? Have you done those things, or do you do those things daily? I know for myself, sometimes it's hard to remember in that moment, but it's so important to be in the Word so that we can be with Jesus, so that we are transformed. Shalom, y'all.